It starts with a fluorescent light that, as you can see, flashes. So you'll see that little bit of pulsating there. I just want to try and get in on this. Hone in. If I can get that any bigger. It's pretty big now. Okay, so you can see there's nothing behind apart from the flashing fluorescent light. It's on one of those magnifying mirrors. You'll see this is that MRI image that I have on the front page of my website. It has my name, and I was known as Jeanette Hall. If it'll get in focus, that would be good. Yep, there you go. The date of the scan, which was 5th of May 2006. Now you'll see at the top of the scan of my head, I can get one hand free and find the spot. There it is down there. You see these white marks on the top actually didn't make it in because the film is only on these slices, and that's number 20 slice, the last one. You can see it's number 20 slice there. Okay, so you only get to see the slices. So we look at film 20 slice and 19 slice, which is the last two, which should have this white spot in it. So we go to the bottom, which is the last two, and they're real tiny ones. If I can get them in the camera. And you'll see it doesn't really correspond with how the image on at the top does. Let's try and get it better focus. It's not really easy. Or finger in there, see if I get the right ones. Okay, and that's 19. It's not quite in focus. 19 and 20. So that's 20. The last number's down the bottom. 3 IMA 2020. And that's these two images. I'll just put it on that 20 if I can. Oh, it's 19, okay. And then I'll scroll out a bit so you can see them both. I'm doing this in a location where I really just do not have a lot of room. Okay, now there's the two. Let's try and get them close to this image. It doesn't correspond properly, so I've got to go in focus. You can see the black thing behind it, which makes it really annoying. But it doesn't really go in focus, but you can see still. Let's try it this way. Anybody's got a better arrangement, that'd be good. You can see there's 19. You can see it really doesn't correspond with the glow on the top of my head. It doesn't really correspond. But what's the interesting part is when you go to one of the ones I may have shown before. I'll put a spot on. No, I haven't. Number 10, which I've tabbed here. Number 10. Just get the tab number. If I can get that in, just above the tab. Number 10. It's going to go in focus. That'd be nice. Anytime, Mr. Lenovo. That'd be good. Oh, far out. Focus, please. There we go, halfway there. That's number 10. You can see that's number 10 of 20. It's my new Lenovo iPad, what do they call it? Now, regardless of that thing behind the back there, you can see that's constantly there. I'm interested in this black piece here. And you'll see it's more of a dot on the next slice. See this black piece? Let's sort of get up there. What is that? What is this black piece at the back of my head? At the top of my head. We'll go to the next one. You see it's like a tube. It looks really like a cable. A slice of a cable. So that's number, what number is that? 11. Oh, it's in focus, isn't that nice? So we'll go to 11 and have a look up here. We'll get that in the film. Where's 11? It's going to focus. That's obviously 10 there. So that's 11, the next one, up from that. So 10 and 11. It's just so black in there, you can't see anything. But you can definitely see, I'd say they've probably blacked it on purpose. Oh, it's hard to say though, because it's got the slices on it. So it's probably couldn't have done that. But you can definitely see the cable in the slice. So that might be what that line is across there. See that diagonal line? I can have a look. That diagonal line there might have something to do with that. Because you can see where slice 11 is. To the right there, I'm holding the film with two hands, so I can't let go or it'll make a mess. So look up the back of the head. You can see 11 and 10. You can't see anything in that. But what you can see is a lot of these white things, like these things here. See these white lines? They're abnormal, and like clearly these white spaces at the top of my head, clearly that's not normal. So there's like these little vertical lines intermittently through here, through the slices. It's not normal. That's not normal. That's that one. I'd say this one, this big one here, this big line between the two slices, I'd say that's the cable that's over my left ear. I'll show you a photo of that. I've got an exterior photo of the cable. You can see it's a cable over my ear. But see, I also, not only at the top of the head I feel the problem, I feel like I've got cables in my forehead. And so I feel in my forehead area a lot of sparking. But you can't really see that in the MRI. I sort of hoped it. But see these white marks around the top lip and my chin and under my chin, that's where it sparks. So I'm interested in these white marks here. I'm interested in this really white glow here at my nose, because that's where it bloody sparks too. So I get a lot of spark around this area. So anything that glows white in radiology, I'm really, really interested in. So I think these extra white bits in those areas, you can see they're extra white. I think they indicate locations of implants. See the bright one? I can't put my finger in there because it makes it too fuzzy. If I can get that bend in there. That one at the nose, that bright one at the nose, I get a lot of sparks in my nose. The bright ones above my lip, I get a lot of sparks there, and that's also the base of my nose. The bright one on my chin, I've got holes in my chin where I've been assaulted. I should say the legal term is battery. I've got scars of the holes in my chin from 1997 when they drilled into my chin. So that goes with those bright marks there. And then I've got the bright mark under my chin. And then I've got random sort of normal bits there. I don't know. When I see lines, I think cables. So I see a line there, so I immediately think cable. There's a little bright glowy bit, if I can get the pen lined up. Right there's a little bright glow. This is a dot there. I'm always interested in this shoot because that's where I get the pain. And right, that really big bright bit at the back of the head, I've got scars on my skin where it burns so bloody hot. I've got to put ice packs on it, and that's where the cables go up the back of my head, around there, and they're right up the back. I feel the burn right up the back of my head, on the top of my head, right across the top of my head, down my forehead, into my nose, down my face, and that's how I feel it. So it's a circumference up the back and around the front of my head, and then it goes over to my ear, where you can see that there. So this is how they've implanted my head. It's quite extensive, and for mongrels like Mr. William Kingsley Loftus and Mr. Neville Lister Minnis, to not indicate that these foreign items, these whatever they are, to tell me that they're normal, I mean, that's criminal. To tell me that cable in my head's normal, that's criminal. That's fucking criminal.